All right. I have not been sharing for a long time. And actually, I have been struggling with sharing online and being consistent and not being consistent. And it's been a journey. And I just wanted to share very openly for the people that love to follow me. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I wanted to just be completely transparent of what has happened internally and what I went through over the last months and how I feel now. So these months, I have definitely felt a block in my energy on sharing. It started to feel a little bit forced. It started to feel I didn't have a system in place, and it was okay. I was not feeling bounded anymore, like, oh, I have to post, I have to share. But of course, like part of me loves to be in connection with you like this, and part of me would love to open up and be a reflection of a spiritual guy on the process that is really trying to figure out life and sharing that what I receive in the wisdom that I receive and the guidance that I receive. So a couple of things started happening in that journey, and I truly think I was not supposed to share. I had a lot of different video ideas, but somehow it was not being filmed or it was not coming out. Or it was really like the ideas were still flowing. I had so many things that I was going through, but I was not taking the time to film it like I'm doing now, not take the time to edit it. I had lots of editing things still open for my two communities because I have the Sacred Alignment Academy where we do a big 2 hour session each week. I had 45 Akashic Record practice sessions for the Akashic Record School that I filmed so that people can follow along and really have the best Akashic Record start that they could ever wish for. But editing 45 videos is quite a lot. So I was editing, but I was not editing for YouTube anymore. I was just editing inside of the community. And inside of me, now looking back, I was made ready for a whole new level. And that process is very weird, like transmutation and becoming can, and especially on the energetical plane, can be so weird, right? There can be upgrades coming in. There can be weird heavinesses in the body that starts turning around and starts spiraling, and there's all these things happening. And I just needed to be surrendered to it. And in that process, actually, I have two more things that started happening. I also was not so committed anymore to my meditation. I started meditating again. And through my meditation, I started to feel a new energy, a new consciousness that I could talk to that said to me it was the Holy Spirit. And based on other people that are more led by Jesus, I'm at the moment not religious. I never been. I definitely believe Jesus was an incredibly enlightened man, maybe even already an ascended master that came back to earth to show people in a very dark time, in a time full of illusion, to point their way back to truth. I 100% believe that. And when he left, he said, the Holy Spirit, I will send the Holy Spirit in my name or in the Lord's name. And if he said that, that means we have access to it. So I was like, because I'm all about accessing unseen energies, let me access this Holy Spirit. And it was a very clear voice. And that clear voice started talking to me, started giving me guidance, and profound guidance, like really good, profound guidance, like guidance that the best coach would have given me, like coaches where you would have paid thousands of dollars for, like that kind of guidance 24/7 in my own system. Sign me up. So I signed up. And I started filming that. It will come out later on my YouTube channel, but I made a 90-day commitment to listen to the Holy Spirit every single day and see how my life would unfold. So that inner journey started putting me in all different kind of directions. And I made a little vlog on that, and I need to edit it still, but it's on there and it will be coming to my YouTube if you're interested in that. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in a more vlog style of a guy that finds a holy voice and starts listening to it. If you're interested in that, let me know. I would love to see if that has a positive response. But for me, my life started changing because this voice started happening. I started to receive so much more synchronicity. I started to enjoy life more. I started to feel more alive. I started to get back to my life force. Next to showing me amazing things, it also showed me very clearly where I was limiting myself. And I'm still working through some of that limitation that my mind created, different parts of my story created. I'm working through that limitation. So it was a mixture of being confronted with my current being and being like, oh my God, I'm currently seeing a pattern of distraction. And I probably have been distracting myself for the last 15 years like this. But now I see it. And I was really like looking in front of me like, oh my God, I finally see it in front of my eyes. This has been a pattern that has been with me for years. And I had multiple of these moments of these big realizations of like, oh wow, this have been or distracting me or getting me out of the flow state or moving my attention away from actually something that is very important. The most important thing, probably the present moment, putting my attention away from the present moment. And all these little voices in the back of my mind that were just literally pointing me a little bit there, a little bit here, a little bit there. And they seem curious and playful. But if I look very honestly to the whole thing, it was just getting me out of presence, getting me out of my power. And I have been working through that. And you know, that was such a profound transformation. I was not necessarily constantly being like, oh, let me make a video, let me make a video. I definitely had that energy in me, and I wrote down some of the ideas that I had through that time, like, oh, this can be a great video, but I never set up the camera and started filming it. This is the first time next to the energy update where I actually just film something, and it feels good to film right now. And I'm looking forward to that you have this video in front of you right now, and I'm feeling renewed, recharged. I feel stronger than ever. Like I also felt very strongly at one point the Akashic Records. We had this journey, and at one point the Akashic Records. We asked a question in the Akashic Record School, and if you want to learn how to connect to the records, the Akashic Record School is going to be for a little bit longer, lifetime free access. After that, it's going to have a subscription model attached to that. So if you want to have lifetime free access to the Akashic Initiation course, in which you learn how to connect to the records, it's in the link below. It's school.com/Akasha. Come join us. Already more than 120 people joined us in this journey in the last 2 months, and they have been loving it. And I've been loving seeing people enjoying it so much. So check the link down below. But we were in that journey that is at the moment freely available. It's called 15-15-15. And that journey is different practice sessions. And these practice sessions, one of these practice sessions was a question to the records, and it was like, dear records, can you give me a success formula that is completely in alignment with my purpose and my soul missions? Like, I think the Akashic Records are the best place to ask purpose questions. So I asked that question in the practice session, and I have it right here next to me because it was so profound. They gave me my success formula, which was play times being consistent in exercise, meditation, and communication. And at that moment, it's a very simple and nice formula. But at that moment, I was confronted with the fact that I was not playing anymore, but had way too much serious things going on. I was not playing anymore. I was not enjoying my editing anymore. I was not enjoying things. I was very serious, maybe playing 10%, but 90% was just work serious. It's like, okay, that work energy is not at all part of my being. I need to play. So I went completely back to playing and being consistent in exercise, meditation, and communication. I learned that I was unconsciously, my personal development mind was unconsciously holding me accountable to maybe 20, 25 things. Like I was expecting of myself that I would do breath work, that I would do yoga in the morning, that I would do meditation and in the morning and in the evening, that I would do exercise, that I would go out, that I would go to the beach, that I would work, that I would record a video, that I would chop up that video and put it on my other social medias. There were like so many different things that I was holding myself accountable for. And every time I realized, oh, that I didn't do breath work. Oh, I wanted to do yoga. I didn't do yoga. Every time I realized that, I just infused my consciousness with a little bit of lack, because it's an I didn't do energy. It wasn't part of this energy. And that it isn't here energy for me is lack energy. It isn't here. Oh, it wasn't here. It wasn't here. It wasn't here. It wasn't here. And that's created a lot of lack in my life and was sucking energy in my life. And I was not realizing it. It was just on the background. It was like, on the background, like, oh, I was planning to contact this person. I didn't do that. And then I continued with my day. It was not a intense thought. But when I saw how many things I was kind of expecting from me and not realizing, it created all of these little hits. But instead of dopamine hits, it were hits of, I wasn't enough, or I didn't do it yet. And I saw that, and I was just like, because they gave me that success formula, I just had such a contrast on what I have been doing for the last years, probably. It was just like, okay, let me simplify my life. Let me work through this. So I started becoming consistent in exercise and meditation. I knew communication was not yet part of the equation, but now I'm becoming consistent again in communication. And I will not hold myself accountable on any other things. If I exercised, meditated, and communicated today, I'm good. The rest of the day, I play. And that play can be productive and it can be completely unproductive, but that's going to be my life. That's going to be me flowing, playing. And part of that play will definitely be productive. Part of the play will definitely be of incredible value. But I'm not going to hold myself to expectations anymore. Like some people love that challenge. I'm not. I don't have a masculine core. I'm not a challenge guy. I just need to flow and dance and have fun, and just like that's where I come alive. That's where I really come alive. So I had a huge period, maybe 1 or 2 months, of realizing all of this stuff and being confronted with my old self and working through that and loving every step of it, and seeing all little thoughts that were getting me out of the present moment and coming back to, and I was like, whoa, there's so much things happening and I see so much things going on that was basically it. And I haven't been creating, and that's perfectly fine. And now I'm back and my life is simplified and I feel great. I feel more abundant than ever. I feel more fit than ever. I feel absolutely in love with life. And it is time to start a new phase of this YouTube channel of really, I had some guidance from the records today. I really want to make sure that everybody knows that there is a big light inside of them. And that big light is so genius and has all the answers. But we just have been limiting ourselves in many ways. Emotionally, mentally, we have been limiting ourselves. And I just became so obsessed with getting out of that limitation and getting other people out of that limitation and letting them truly live a soul-filled life, a life from the heart, a life where just like it shines. Like your life can smile every day to you and you just smile back, and I'm like, this is so good. Right? That energy is available to everyone. It's not unrealistic. It's actually way more close to reality than the limitations you're holding. And I just want to remove all of these limitations. I want to transmute these limitations. I want you to extract the knowledge that these limitations had and the insights and turn that back into life force and getting back into a state of power and joy and radiance. And that's what I want to do in every video, some way or form, via another angle. I want to let you know that you have the power. You have the power to connect to guidance. You have the power to take back your life. You have the power to radiate fully. You have the power to be of service to so many people if that is your calling. You have the power to start moving after the dreams that are still left inside you. Full power to do all of it. And I want to make sure with the videos that I make and the embodiment that I am to be a reflection of that power, to really let you know that this is inside of you, and how awesome you are. And when you will see yourself, how awesome you will know yourself. Let's go. And that's also the sacred alignment. For me, sacred alignment eventually is like there's a whole lot of soul wisdom inside of you. How do we get that out onto Mother Earth? How does your life become an expression of your light? That's my obsession. That's what I'm getting better and better in. That's what I'm coaching other people in. And that's what I'm going to share on YouTube all about. So if that's something that is of any value to you, and join me on the ride. And thank you for watching this more personal video. Thank you for being interested in this journey. Let me know what you got out of it. And let me know if you feel ready to step into a life where truly your reality outside of you becomes a reflection of the light inside. Not wishy-washy. I want to get very practical with you. Just feel into that energy. Are you ready for such a life where your brilliance is being reflected left, right, in people, in places, in events, in things that come to you, in manifestation, in money, in opportunity? It just keeps on coming because you just keep on embodying. That's the energy. I'm looking forward to be on this journey with you. It's time. The time is now. Let's go.